Hey, Sherry G. Look, it's late. I'm trying to wrap things up so I can go to bed, but it's just so much happening. I was minding my own business as we do, and I noticed that Arionne popped up on IG doing a live. So of course I wanted to go over there and see what she was talking about because she hasn't done a live in a long time. We've seen some posts from her where it seems like she was trying to debunk the allegations about her and Martell. So now I'm thinking, okay, now she's going to come on live and really, give us details. And I was just curious, just like everyone else who was on that live. So I did listen to it. And I have to tell you that for me, it was really strange watching her. Like I told you, I'm always watching people's, like their whole body language, their eyes, the way they move. I mean, the way their face looks, just everything, their expressions. And Ariane seemed very, very nervous on this live. She wasn't her usual self. Like when she is really trying to debunk a story, when she's angry, um, she talks a lot of trash and she gives us, she just gives us that really, really raw side of her. And she's raw a lot of times when she's doing things like this. But she was unusually different. Like her mood was different. She seemed very nervous. Actually, she seemed scared to me. And so she came on this live in an effort to prove that Karson and her knew each other, that they were communicating with each other, to kind of downplay what Karson had told us as far as their relationship, I guess, and try to make it seem like this relationship was more Karson pursuing her than her pursuing Karson. But for me, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter about all of that because I see that as a distraction from the main thing. And the main thing is what brought us here in the first place, the allegation regarding the sex tape. That's what brought us here. And that she really didn't address at all. However, she was doing a lot of talking, and in my opinion, she did prove a lot of what Karson had already told us. Now, there was some disparity, of course, in the story, and then Karson came on live and she tried to explain that it seemed to her that Arionne was actually texting herself from another phone, yada, yada, yada. But like I said, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter because the main thing wasn't addressed, and that was the tape. And people were asking Arionne to address this tape, and she didn't. Um, Karson actually tried a couple of times to come on the live. And of course, Arionne didn't let her up. She didn't let her up. She didn't let anybody up. And it was just really, really crazy. She would read some of the messages. I could tell she was kind of trying to block some people. It seemed like she didn't like what they were saying. Or then she got like a couple of phone calls. And I think that they were probably allegedly from Martell. It seemed like he was trying to help her through this. And the reason why I think she's afraid is because Martell probably got on her and told her that she had to do this live. This is just me, my allegation and my opinion, because she seems so out of character. And it kind of reminded me of the time when those other alleged allegations happened between she and Martell when they were allegedly taken down to the police station and held for a while. And then the next day, that early the next morning, they came on live together. And she seemed scared then, and it seemed like he was kind of forcing her to be on that live and that he was controlling the narrative there. That's what it seemed like. It kind of reminded me of this. She just looked, in that first live, she looked more tired and worn out, distressed. She seemed distressed in this particular live, but more afraid. So I don't know, but she never addressed, like I said, she never addressed she never addressed the tape. And what was so weird is that she waited until after. She waited until after she did her live, and then she did this post. And it was like in my thumbnail. And the post that she did is this post saying, what did I do with it? Let me see. I have so much stuff in my phone. I really got to clear all this stuff out. It's a lot. It's a lot. Let's see. Where did she post? Yeah. So she did this that says, I don't have nothing to lie about. I don't have nothing to lie about. I did not participate in a plot. I don't know about a plot. Now I'm done entertaining the circus. So anyway, I found it weird that she didn't address it in her live, but she waited until after the live, and that's probably because she saw all of the questions, because everyone kept saying the video, what about the video? You know, people even saying, well, you know, are you ready for law enforcement? Are you ready to go to jail? It was all sorts of things being addressed in there. And then, of course, there were some people who stand for Arionne, and they were rooting for her and telling her that they believe her. Majority of the people weren't. And then Karson came on live because she was so frustrated. And she was so frustrated that she couldn't get on to Arionne's live and address the whole thing with her. And like I said, that would have been the prime opportunity for Arionne to clear her name and to clear Martel's name. But she didn't accept, and Karson kept trying. For Karson, though, I just really wish she would just step back and just let it be. Just let things be what they're going to be. Because Martel might actually try to show up and try to debunk this whole thing too. But it's just best for her to just kind of back off. I understand that fighting her, though. She wants to defend herself. She wants to defend her name. You have all these people coming at you from this way, from that way, from here, from there. And every time you turn around. But it's just going to drive her crazy. And it's just going to distract her from her peace, you know. And I know she's strong, but these internet streets are vicious. And sometimes, I mean, I'm not even involved in a lot of mess as it pertains to the internet. And I really want to keep it that way. But even so, it can be draining for me. So I have to back off and just, and then come back. Once I've internalized some things, once I've taken time away from it, then get back into the, you know, get back out here and do what I do. But I can't imagine when people are like really going at you and attacking you and you're trying to defend your name. People are going to believe what they're going to believe. They're going to believe who they're going to believe. At the end of the day, it doesn't really matter that they communicated, how long they communicated, how long they were friends. That's not the bigger picture. The bigger picture is Martel Holt. The bigger picture is Arionne Curry. They just need to go away. Martel needs to be taken off this show. He never needs to be employed by OWN again. He never needs to be in the company of Melody in a work environment again. And that's the bigger issue. And just praying and hoping that things will happen sooner than later that prevents him from going any further. So anyway, that's all I have for you. I started working on my review of this particular episode. I will finish in the morning and I will get it out there sometime tomorrow, probably early in the morning because I am an early bird, even though it's late right now. But like I said, that's all I have for you for right now. If you haven't done so, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I'll be back. Until then, ciao.